One thing I learned through my years of struggle with digestive issues is the importance of proper nutrition, and not just from a standpoint of digestive health, but also just from the standpoint of fat loss, building muscle, things like that. So a lot of people try, they think that, well, the more I exercise and the longer I'm going and the harder I do my workouts, the better my fat loss results are going to be. And to a certain extent, this can be true, especially in the beginning. But you got to think about sustainability too. And what I learned is that, when I went from eating a diet that had more sugars in it, albeit I was eating a lot of natural sugars like fruit and honey and stuff like that, and I was eating more complex carbohydrates, I realized, man, as long as I keep on putting food in my body will just keep on going. You don't get those energy ebbs and flows that you get when you're eating more simple sugars. And so what I realized, because especially I was not feeling very good at the time, I was like, I don't want to be working out for like 3 hours a day. And so I had to control how much and what I was eating so that I could get results in training, 45 minutes to an hour, And this is, really key too with when you're lifting weights, is like, if you enjoy, competition and, running faster times, and, you're an athlete in that regard, but the majority of the population doesn't care about running a faster mile or lifting a heavier weight or whatever. They just want something that helps them, stay lean and fit and healthy, and with as little effort as possible. So the way they're going to have to do that is by monitoring the calories, because the other thing is too, especially when you're lifting weights, is you're not going to be able to lift weights for good results if you're going, for longer than about 90 minutes tops. If you're a power lifter and you have to take super long rest periods in between, then it might take you a little bit longer in the gym, or if you're talking to people and stuff like that. But you can't sustain a high intensity for much longer. If you're really, good, maybe 90 minutes, but 45 minutes is plenty. An hour is kind of pushing it, and so you need to be able to tailor your food to that. So just some thoughts on this, that should pay just as much attention to what you're eating as opposed to how much you're exercising. And what I recommend, makes it super simple, is to take your body weight or your lean body weight, divide and that's the amount of grams of protein you should shoot for each day. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to eat that all at once, because you have different activity levels, right, on different days. So some days, though, you're going to want to eat, so for example, if you're a bigger guy, maybe you're dividing that between 4 to 6 meals a day. Maybe you're eating, 40 to 50 grams of protein at each meal, and start each meal eating the protein first, then the fat content, which I usually recommend about 0.5 gram per pound of lean body weight, and then the rest of those calories can come from carbs. Try not to have more carbs than protein at any one given meal. Eat the fat, protein, have a serving of vegetables, eat that first, and then if you're still hungry after that, eat the starchy carbohydrates. And in doing it this way, you keep your blood sugar stable so that you tend to not overeat, and you will naturally eat less on days you're doing less, and eat more on days when you need a little bit more energy. So that's my thoughts for today. Y'all have a good day.